There are moments in life you never forget. Not because they're beautiful, but because they cut you so deeply that they never really stop bleeding. The moment I caught my wife with our neighbor is one of those. It shattered the illusion I'd built for nearly 10 years, exposed the cracks I refused to see, and ultimately changed everything I thought I knew about love, loyalty, and the people closest to me. It started like an ordinary Tuesday. I left work early, not for anything romantic or dramatic. I was just exhausted. A long week of overtime, late nights, missed dinners. I figured Julia, my wife of 8 years, might be surprised and even a little happy to see me home before the sun went down. Maybe we could cook together. Maybe we could reconnect. We'd grown a bit distant lately, but that's normal, right? Marriage ain't always fireworks. Sometimes it's cold leftovers, mismatched schedules, and trying not to fall asleep on the couch before saying goodnight. But I never doubted her love, or so I thought. When I pulled into the driveway, something felt off. Julia's car was there. Our neighbor Kyle's car was too. That wasn't unusual. He and his wife had lived next door for years, and we often hung out, had barbecues, talked over the fence like sitcom characters. But his wife, Amanda, had moved out about 4 months ago. Quietly, no big drama. Just one day she was gone, and he didn't offer much explanation. I figured it was one of those sad, mutual things. I didn't push. Maybe I should have. I walked in the house quietly, hoping to surprise Julia. I didn't hear the TV, no music, no clatter of pans in the kitchen, just silence. And then, a sound from upstairs. A thump, a laugh, a low murmur. I stopped cold. At first, I told myself not to jump to conclusions. Maybe Kyle was helping fix something. He'd always been handy, but then I heard it, a moan. Her moan, my wife's voice, and something broke inside me. I crept upstairs, heart pounding like a war drum. The door to our bedroom was slightly open. I pushed it, slowly, quietly, and there they were. Julia, my wife, Kyle, our neighbor, entangled in the sheets we'd chosen together. On the bed where we made vows, made love, dreamed about having kids. They didn't see me at first. I stood, frozen, not in anger, but in disbelief. I couldn't move, couldn't speak. It was like my body was underwater and my brain couldn't get enough oxygen to function. Then she saw me. She gasped, stumbled, pulled the blanket over herself. Kyle jumped out of bed like he'd been electrocuted. "It's not what it looks like," he said, like a cliché from a bad soap opera. I didn't say a word. I just turned around and walked out, down the stairs, out the front door, into my car. I drove with no destination, no plan, no idea what to feel. Rage, hurt, humiliation. I ended up in a gas station parking lot an hour away. I sat there until it got dark, watching people pump gas, buy snacks, live their lives, unaware that mine had just fallen apart. Julia called me 17 times that night. I didn't answer. The pain was too raw, too overwhelming. I booked a motel and stared at the ceiling until the sun came up. The next day, she sent a long message. She said it started after Amanda left, that she was lonely, that Kyle was there, that he listened when I didn't, that it just happened. But affairs don't just happen. They are built, piece by piece, with stolen glances, secret texts, quiet betrayals, 1,000 choices that scream yes to something that should never be an option. I didn't respond. I didn't go home. Eventually, I returned to collect some things. Julia was there, waiting, crying. She begged me to talk. I told her I didn't come for closure. I came for clothes and my dog, Max, and that I was filing for divorce. She sobbed, said it was the biggest mistake of her life, that she still loved me, that she didn't love him. It was just about feeling wanted, needed. The irony. I had felt unwanted too, but I stayed. I worked harder. I thought the storm would pass. She didn't wait. She opened the door to the one man I never expected would betray me. Kyle had the audacity to try and talk to me. He texted, saying he wanted to apologize man to man. I blocked his number. He knocked on my door a few times, until I threatened to call the cops. He moved away a few months later. Good riddance. Julia and I finalized the divorce after 6 months. She looked like a ghost in court. I didn't look at her. I signed the papers, thanked the judge, and walked out free and broken. But here's where things take a turn. 3 months after the divorce, I ran into Amanda, Kyle's ex-wife, at a coffee shop in a different part of town. We talked, shared stories, laughed bitterly. She had caught them too, just earlier than I did. That's why she left. We met again, and again. And then it became something more. Amanda and I never rushed it. We were cautious, scarred, and honest to a fault. But we healed together. Slowly, we understood each other's silence, shared our grief. We didn't promise to fix each other, just to be real. 2 years later, we moved in together. And now, as I sit here writing this, she's in the kitchen, humming while making pancakes. Max is curled at my feet. And for the first time in years, I feel peace. Betrayal is a brutal teacher, but it teaches you who you are, what you're worth, and what you'll never tolerate again. So yes, I caught my wife with the neighbor. And yes, it destroyed me, but it also led me here. To someone who didn't break my heart to find hers. To a new beginning I never expected, but fully deserve.